the groove, baby. Don't stay too far, shorty.
So first of all, just like I said, I like to segment my workspace to make the mix easier for me. Add the leads in one boss, add in one group since I'm using Cubase. Add the what was the name, backups in one group. Add leaps, vocal chops, samples, and the likes. Then I have a general boss, right? Then and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to go through each of the. I'll go through the lead first. This is the lead. That is the audio channel, right? So let's go to the lead boss. So here's the lead boss. The first thing is pitch corrector, of course. Then, because this vocals was so already sounding so good, you know, because I had to take time to record it again. So the first EQ, yeah, just something light. Like I have the lows cut down to like 130, and I have you know, the muddy part cut out because of the room and some, you know, the mud in my vocals. And this 500 hertz, I always almost cut it out in my vocals too because it's so annoying. Then I did a dynamic EQ on the low mid range. That's about it for the EQ on the lead though. Then I added compression. This one I want it to be as soft as possible. I want to even cut out if I have, so it can like just sound hairy. Yeah. So I did like but I still want it to be audible, so I did like a slightly slow attack and then a very slow release. Then, you know, ratio just like 1.5, you know, so it doesn't like. So let me just play what that sounds like probably in the vocal, just to keep it consistent, because vocals are actually well recorded. So it's cutting out about 2 dB. It's, you know, it's compressing about 2 dB, you know, just to keep everything smooth and at the same volume. So the next thing is multi-band. In this multi-band, basically this is off though, so this is, I don't want to touch the lows because I already cut it out. So this low mids, you know, I need the vocals to be hairy, so I don't want much thickness, right? Just sounds right to me though. These are probably too dialed in, you know. And I'm using this to dock. I think I'm using this, yeah. Okay, actually what I did was I used the preset, yeah, this presence and control preset. So it sounded nice because this function here is to dock another frequency area, right? So the next thing, yeah, final EQ. So I have to cut out more of that low, but you know, just to retain my thickness, this 100 hertz, 125 to 180, bring it up a little bit, 3 dB, cut out the rest of the part, then increase my eyes. That's it about the lead, and it sounded very nice compared to without these plugins. Without.
Soul, baby, soul, shadi.
So that's the actual vocal. Then with the mix,
I feel your presence in my heart.
let me off this lead. Backups area. I usually have backups, and I have like crowd backup in case like I do like vocal stack. So backup is just like harmonies. So let's hear what's even there. Safe. I have 3 audio channels. So obviously I didn't do much yet. The major thing I did was just like space creation, right, between the beat and the vocals. Yeah, the beat, I added some saturation, the noiser, because the guitar was making a lot of noise. Yeah, I added the noiser to the beat, then followed by saturation, then followed by a limiter. limiter. Then back to the backups. Sorry. EQ, modulation, right? So I use this volcano and I just tested out all the presets, mod remover especially. Yeah, then this worked out fine. Then I did flanger. This flanger is actually sounding weird now, but in the context of the whole mix, it doesn't actually sound weird. But let's give it here. It doesn't sound weird.
Wait for me, my shawty. Say you promise, say you go there for me. Follow me, fire burn me. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, but it's a very dope modulation effect. Then for the crowd, I used it for this intro. This intro part. So this crowd back channel, I used it for the intro, the intro harmony, the my hand, hold tight, this part. But yeah, flanger, I added flanger and cloner, that's all. This song, then the next thing I did was I always have a general. So in my general, I added another EQ to cut out, mainly to do DSing with this Pro Q3. Then, cause that DSR, so I use Pro DS though, but Pro DS is I don't know. Then limiter for the vocals to smoothen out the dynamics. Yeah, so then I have sidechain, delay sidechain, reverb sidechain. So all together, yeah, I do have this vocal chop. This vocal chop part, not vocal chop, this vocal sample part. Everybody thought, God, I'm going to reveal my secret. Because at the end, they just aligned. At the end, I heard Dopsy.
Mad girl, mad. Dopes.
That part, bro, I just went to a license-free vocal website and I searched every Jamaican chant vocals and I copied like 20. So this vocals is not even actually one straight vocal though. I actually copy like 20, then chop everything together to make sense. Yeah. So that's what I did there. So it sounded really nice.
Something sexy for the girl. Something smooth for the girl. Give me something rude for the girl. Chop it, mix it, remix it.
That's it about Wait For Me breakdown. Please listen to my EP Making Adam. Peace. It was so sweet.